keyless entry, on the garage door.
Mm-hmm.
And the door opens. I take my key, and it won't work in the lock.
For the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I go to the front door, it won't work. I told my mother, I says, he had the locks changed. Oh, was she pissed.
Would that be real?
Yeah. So she calls him up. Why did you have those door locks changed? She says, I wanted to come up here to get some more stuff, She says, well, I'll call the realtor and have the realtor come out and let you in,
So that was after she was at Pine Ridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So the realtor came out and let us in, and she just sat on her. She got one of those walker things, there's a seat on there. She sat in the kitchen, and I think we got a couple things out of the basement for her, and that was it. She just sat here. She said, I can't believe how big this place is, and da 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 da. She's that little old lady sitting there, and all she had is that big place, and that was her life, reading the newspaper,
So when do you think the last time you came out to howl?
The last time, that would have been the last time.
That was the last time?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever go
Years ago I used to go there, yeah, but not, I haven't been there, I can't tell you how long.
Was there a point where you just kind of stopped, where you guys, did you not get along? Or, I guess you weren't communicating regularly. Was there a point?
Well, there was some friction there for a while, and it all started way back when, God, how old was he? 18 or 19. Off from him on the cell phone and stuff like that.
And how old was you?
He's 31.
So we're talking
11 years ago.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
So 11 years ago, there's a falling out, and then you don't.
And I haven't, I wasn't talking to him. And I specifically, if I knew he was going to be at a function,
Mm-hmm.
I came up with an excuse not to go.
Okay.
It's one of those things,
So was that the last time you'd been to his house, or?
Oh God, I think the last time we were there was, it was for like a Christmas.
Oh, for a Christmas?
Years ago, for a Christmas
Okay.
function.
And how long ago do you think that would have been?
Yeah, at least that long. At least 11 years, 10,
You never
11.
would have to get with him for any family business or anything? Have you?
No, not really.
Nothing really forced you to get with Richard, or?
No.
So when is?
Then my mother that was her dying wish, She kept on she was after him and after me. You guys make up and this and that. And, wow, we finally did it, the funeral and the luncheon and stuff like that.
Okay.
He was very cordial to me too, and we met at Pine Ridge, to
Okay.
he's presented distribution and stuff.
When's the absolute last time that you ever went to Richard's house out there on?
Oh, it was years ago. Years ago. My boys, his grandsons were real small at the time. They were like 3 and 4 years old.
Okay.
His one grandson, and then Carly. I think Carly was the first born, and Brandon was the second born. But they were toddlers. It's the last time I was out there for, a function.
And in like the past month, say, how often would you communicate with Richard? Was it more picking up more regular with Mom?
It was, I was starting to pick up more because she was having some more problems. And when they switched her to like 5 different hospitals, so he'd call me up, and sometimes if I wasn't sleeping, I'd answer the phone. If not, it would go into voicemail, or I couldn't get it out fast enough. But he'd leave me a message saying that Mom's been transferred to North Shore Lake Shore, North Point or something hospital, Medi Lodge, all these other hospitals.
Would he usually call you from home phone, cell phone, various?
Both.
Both?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he had you? Do you know if he had your number ready, handy? Did he ever have to get it, or is that something he had?
I think If he used the landline, he'd probably have to look it up, but if he used his cell phone, I'm sure it was in there, you know.
See, one of those guys, I have friends that just remember any phone number. They can say, oh, you want Little Caesars? Oh, it's this number here.
Yeah, I know.
Does he remember numbers like that, do you think?
Well, being a,
CPA.
he's a number guy. Maybe he did have that memorized. I don't know, you know.
I don't even know my wife's number. It's in my phone book. I gotta look it up.
Well, that's like my two sons, too. I know my one son's cell phone number, but his home phone, forget it. Same thing with the oldest boy. The landline and his cell phone, I don't know. I have to.
How about, did you ever talk to her?
Brenda, yeah, I have talked to her, and she was at the baby shower for my oldest boy's baby shower.
How long ago would that have been?
Well, she's about 2 years, over 2 years.
Child, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
And is it?
and she was real nice, and she.
Would she ever call you?
Would she call me?
Right.
No.
No reason for
No.
you to call her to call you.
But, I mean, she was always very cordial and stuff, you know.
Your mother passes away a day before Easter, and all this stuff set up for you, and you guys met over at Pine Ridge, I believe, right?
Mhm.
And kind of went through the breakdown of who's going to get what of your mother's.
Yeah, it wasn't that exact day, though.
No, right, yeah, later on,
Yeah.
of course.
Mhm.
And I think that the sheet that you showed us, you went half and half on a certain amount. It was like $58,500.
Yeah.
Has that money come to you? Did he write a check out to you?
Yeah, I wrote a check out.
Okay, was the power of attorney
Yeah.
for your mother? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So he had all that figured out.
Oh, yeah, I'm so glad of it, too, because, man, I would have made a mess of that.
It would be one heck of an ordeal, I'm
Yeah.
sure, for anybody. So.
Yeah. So I told him when we were sitting there at that table there in Pine Ridge, I said, man, I'm so glad you're an accountant and stuff like that. And he said, well, it isn't that hard. He says, you can just set it up in your computer, you know. And he says, speaking of which, he says, why don't you get yourself a computer now and get online, you know. And he says, and then we can email.
Yeah, there you go.
So, and my son had a couple conversations with him too over email. He saved the emails.
So at some point you get a check from your mother's inheritance, all right?
Mhm.
Do you know when that was? How many weeks or days that was after your mother's passing?
God, it wasn't too long ago. Oh, wait a minute. It had to be, we had to be out of there by the 30th. So I think it was the Wednesday previous to that, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday.
April 30th?
Prior to April 30th, yeah.
Okay. So the Wednesday or Thursday
Something like that, yeah.
prior to the 30th, you guys met up at Pine Ridge.
Yeah. And it might have even been earlier than that because I remember him calling me and saying, hey, you better get that bed out of there and the dresser and that recliner. And I called him back. I said, if I can, you know, I'll be able to take that dresser. And he said, that's okay. Trailer. He says, well, you know. But as it turned out, the guy that helped me move, he was able to fit that into.
Gotcha.
Did you cash the check right away? Did you deposit it in the account?
I didn't do it I don't think I did it for a couple days.
Okay.
And then, because I wanted to, yeah, I did it, I almost say it was a Friday I did it.
And where did you cash it or did you deposit it in the account?
I did three transactions. I had one money market, one CD, then I put some in my checking account because I wanted to pay some bills off, you know. I put some in my savings, I think. Yeah.
Do you do all your banking at one location then, or?
Oh, well, with the exception of making my Chase payments. I do everything at Comerica. Yeah.
So your primary checking accounts are at Comerica,
Mhm.
but Chase is who you have your home loans with?
My mortgage
Your
too,
mortgage,
yeah.
right?
And a couple charge cards, I make my payments there too.
I see. Okay. What branch do you normally go to in Comerica?
I go to either the one on I do most, I should say. Yeah, the one on 14 and Hayes. And then if I need ATM transfer, ATM withdrawal, I go to the one on Van Dyke there, because that's close to my house.
I see.
So how much of that money do you think you still have? How much did you have to, did you have bills you had to settle, or where'd it go?
I paid two major credit cards off. One, I think, it amounted to $7,000.
Okay.
Okay. I still have, right now, I have about 10,200 in my checking, and I think I got 3,600 in my savings, and then the two $41,000 in those the CD and money market. So I'm still, you
So
know,
you still got the bulk of it.
yeah,
For-
I'm gonna splurge it.
Prior to that, did you have much savings? Did you
Uh,
kind of the American ways?
I
you
was
check
doing
and
okay
check?
with this other job, you know, working full time. It was, you know, a nice extra paycheck. Yeah, I was slowly chipping away at my bills, you know, and getting them paid. I was feeling pretty comfortable, you know. I was able to put some money away for my savings and then add some additional funds to my checking.
How much of a nest egg would you say you had?
Oh, well, let's see. I probably 1,500 before I got this, you know, extra money. And I was working towards, see, because I pay my taxes in one lump sum. Well, not one lump sum. You spring taxes, then your winter
Mhm.
taxes.
Mhm.
Okay, so I had enough already saved up for that, and then I save up for my homeowners insurance too. That way, that's put the money in there for that.
So you had an account where you
Yeah,
build up
and
your
I had two
taxes and
cars
insurance.
before too, so I was, you know, I had a car payment and insurance and stuff like that.
How long ago did you get rid of the second vehicle?
That I got rid of. When I got rid of that, that was, I think I had to turn it in by April 18th. 18th or the 22nd.
Of
This
this year?
last month. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Was that your daily driver before, or which one?
Pardon?
Which one would be your daily driver, the Cougar or the vehicle you turned in?
Probably the Cougar because I was getting
Close to the miles.
miled out. Yeah. So I was taking the Cougar to work.
One thing I wrote down, just change the subjects here for 1 second. You said on Thursday, do you know what time he may have called?
Wait a minute. Oh, I don't know. I know I did talk to him on Sunday a couple times, but he wasn't with the program at all. I don't remember what time Thursday.
Prior to us coming to your house though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what time that was.
What was the gist of that conversation? What was he calling?
I don't know. I don't know if it was Thursday. You know what? I can't comment on that. I don't recall now.
Okay.
But do you remember what he was calling about?
Well, it would have to be about.
Was it about like breaking news to you, or about planning things? Or what do we?
It would probably been breaking the news.
Okay.
Did he say where he was?
No.
How did
I
he
assumed he was
seem-
probably at home.
How did he seem to you?
Oh, he was tore up. Yeah, he was a little upset.
Did he give you any indication of what was going on?
As far
like
as
what he was, if he didn't tell you where he was, what he was doing, what was going on with.
No, I don't recall now.
When did you first learn about us, our investigation, Dick?
Well, that night you guys came over.
Okay, so nobody had told you prior anything about what we were doing?
No, we were pretty much that's what we're all upset about because we were pretty much in the dark. We weren't getting too much communication from anybody. You know. I don't know. I'm not sure about that Thursday now. If I talked to him that day,
Okay.
I know I did call him a couple times on Sunday because we were all gathered at my son's township, and we were trying to get some details or about the funeral and stuff like that, when we're gonna meet up and stuff. So.
Right.
One other thing, while we're off topic, he indicated that way back at the beginning of this interview, he said that an uncle, your uncle, I think, said that Freya.
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
so?
He says, because the boys and I went out to the funeral home yesterday, okay? And wanted to. And we got there, and timing was perfect. Uncle says, hey, I just got, and she tells me that take care of all the funeral arrangements. He doesn't want no military, and he's very frail. So just to give you guys a heads up, if they're there, when you get there, don't have no confrontation or, you know, say, I want this or that. He says, because he's very frail and he's on the edge of a nervous breakdown. And I thought, well, I know it's probably hitting him pretty hard, you know, making these arrangements and shit, you know, so.
So this
We
is
never went into the funeral home. I told the boys, I said, let's stay out of it. If they want to handle it, let them handle it. I said, you know, if they don't want the military funeral, then, you know, well, let them have the funeral that they want, you know.
talk to you at all about what's been going on since the death?
It was like pulling teeth to get something out of him, so I talked a couple times and suggested that, you know, maybe, and she says, oh yeah, that's a good idea, but then Mickey was opposed to it, I think, because he said he's going to handle it, you know, the arrangements. So I just says, we'll stay out of it.
He's your actual uncle?
He's my mother's half brother, but I've called him,
Okay.
and the boys call
Okay.
him. It's actually called Piachak.
Does he live around?
He just came up here from Florida.
Oh, okay.
In fact, he was just, we were communicating with him while he was in travel, en route, you know.
I
He's
see.
got a place up in Lexington he stays at for the summer up here.
You wouldn't happen to have his number, would you?
Yeah, I think I do. Oh, come on. Yeah. His cell phone number
Okay.
is
Thank you.
Okay.
And you mentioned a too in this conversation. Is he related?
No, that's, I think that's sister.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Did she say anything to you about, or did you have a conversation? Was this Alex talking to
Yeah, that
to
way.
you?
It's to us.
I see. Okay. All right. So we leave your house Thursday night, and then the next day, do you remember calling your sons?
I remember talking to my boys, yeah.
Okay. Who just called you there? Concerned about you?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he try calling you yesterday too? After the funeral home? Okay.
And I talked to my cousin yesterday too.
So, you have only one gun at your house, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the description of that gun?
This is the one you guys took.
Yeah, the Smith, right?
Smith and Wesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
9mm.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you carry at work?
Glocks.
Glocks.
9mm Glocks.
9mm semi-automatic Glock then
Mhm.
too, right? Okay. And that's what you would qualify with at work and everything too, correct? With the Glock, not your personal. Did you bring your Take that back to you.
Do you carry any kind of backup weapon?
No, I don't. Maybe just a little pocket knife like that, you know.
No other guns though, right?
No,
Okay.
not strap on your ankle or anything like that.
Right.
And I rarely carry that thing. I can't remember the last time I carried that thing.
Did your mother have any guns for protection or from, inheritance from anything like that?
As a matter of fact, yeah, there's an old military .45
A 45?
revolver, Colt. Yeah,
Colt
that
revolver.
she gave me.
Okay. Where was that?
That's in the file cabinet at home.
Okay. Yeah, that's when I was asking you if there were any other weapons in your house. You could only think of that one.
I
huh?
didn't think of that one, no, because it was all wrapped up and put away. I don't think about that thing.
Who would that be? Did you register that one?
She told me that was registered,
Hmm?
but they were going through stuff when my stepdad died. And she's, nobody will ever use that, She threw the registration away.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a 45,
Mm-hmm.
a Colt.
Yeah.
What color?
What color is it?
Mhm.
I don't know dark gray or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it's amongst the rust on it and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Your Smith is black. So I mean, it's not a black gun, right? Or a blued or anything
No,
like
it's
that.
all black.
Right. I mean, this Colt revolver though.
I don't know if you call it blue, but because it's so old.
But it's not like chrome or
No,
satin
it's not
nickel
chrome or
stainless steel.
No, I don't know what it is, but it's got some age and rust on it and stuff.
So it's in a file cabinet,
Mm-hmm.
upstairs or downstairs in your house.
Downstairs.
Okay.
Do you know if it works?
It's got action to it,
Have you ever shot it?
Never shot it.
Do you have any ammo for it at all?
Yeah, I have ammo for it.
What did we talk? Because the 45, there was a lot of different ones. What are the bullets like?
Oh,
And everything?
no. I don't have ammo for that. No, I'm thinking of my 9mm.
Okay.
I tried to, one time I tried to buy ammo for it, and I guess it's a rare gun because you have to buy specific Colt bullets for it. They didn't
Have you
have
ever
it in
seen
stock.
them? Or
Huh?
have you ever seen the bullets for it?
Oh, no.
What goes in it?
No, I've never seen that.
So it's a revolver.
Yeah,
How many shot?
well, probably 6.
Do you know like the cylinder? Are you familiar with revolvers?
Yeah.
How big are we talking?
The cylinder? Probably like that.
like length.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because a 45 Colt, there's 45 ACP automatic Colt pistol rounds. There's 45 long Colt.
I think the guy at the store said 45 long Colt.
It was a whole different caliber.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, it's
'Cause
the same size of round. It's a
He
different
says if it's a revolver, it would be a 45 round, long.
That's probably most common for a revolver.
But you never took that to the range. You've never done anything. with that,
Never
right?
done anything with that. That's just been wrapped up and, you know,
Was it clean before it was put away?
I don't know if that was ever cleaned.
Okay. When do you think's possibly the last time it could have ever been shot?
I don't know. That was from my first dad yet. I don't know when that thing was shot. They used to keep it, when we lived in the city of Detroit, they used to keep it under the bed, under the mattress, you know.
So it's been a long time.
Been long now. Because I was a little kid, I used to like to go on underneath the mattress, and Mom used to yell at me, you know. Take a peek at it.
Yeah, I don't want kids playing with guns. That's for sure. I mean, young were you when you were doing that?
Oh, God, it's probably about 6.
Yeah, I understand that. So that's downstairs in a file cabinet.
Yeah.
And it's wrapped up. How do you say it's wrapped up?
It's wrapped up with a... Now you got me. I know it's in a plastic bag. I don't know if it's like a hand towel or what that's, you know, wrapped
Mhm.
around it.
When's the last time you would have handled that handgun?
I don't know.
Do you know if it's possibly loaded?
No, it's not loaded.
Okay.
Like I said, I couldn't find ammo for it, so I gave up on it. You know, I was gonna take it to Pete's and fire it, but you know, it's got good action, but I don't know. I don't want the thing blowing up in me, in my face.
Well, anybody,
Even 45 over there, I mean, it sounds like a cannon, you know.
anybody even related to this case, I'm sure you know. We want to be upfront with you. One of the things we want to do is eliminate any guns that they've got. Make
Yeah.
sure that they weren't involved in this case. And obviously, that's what we're doing with your gun,
Mhm.
and that's why we're ready to give it back to you, because we already know that it's not, what we're looking for. Two things with this one jump out at me. One, it probably needs to get registered properly, and we can help you.
That's what I was gonna ask.
We can help you do that probably if you've got some sort of, paperwork, a death certificate
I don't
or
have,
something.
oh, I have a death certificate.
For who gave it to you.
Yeah, but-
You can go in and say, hey, I got this gun from this person, here's the death certificate, I'd like to get it
Oh,
properly
that's the way,
registered.
somebody said you could do it that way, but then I was talking to this guy where I get my lottery tickets at too, and he was telling me that he did that one time, and his gun disappeared for 14 months or something like that.
Unless, as long as, what they do, honestly, when you take a gun in like that happens all the time. I work up at the sheriff's office, that's where most of the people register the guns in the county. They bring them in all the time, all day long, there's a stream of guns. And this happens a lot where they get one from somebody that's deceased.
Yeah.
And the proper thing, what we gotta tell them to do is bring us a death certificate.
Mhm.
And then obviously, one of the things we're doing is making sure the gun's not stolen. Or anything like that, and then that's usually the only way they're gonna lose the gun. Otherwise, we
okay.
just register the gun in their name, and now it's legal, because technically it's illegal. It's not something we nail people on for having one when they didn't know, for an unregistered gun. But then we'll help you get the thing registered. But we'd probably like to take a look at this thing too, and just to make sure that.
I'll be happy for you guys to look at it.
Right. You'd mentioned that they had another home on a lake in Howell as well.
Yeah, it's on Hughes Road.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you were at that residence?
Oh, man. My father was still living when we were there, and we had a picnic out on the deck and stuff.
I don't know when he's been deceased. So.
It's been a while. But it was, my boys were older already too. So, yeah, it'd have to be the 10-year time frame,
Okay.
something like that.
Is it rented out, or?
I don't know what they're doing with that house. Do you know what they're doing with it?
He
Are they
told
trying
me
to
they
sell
were.
it,
He
or-
told me they were gonna list it, put it up for sale because they didn't need it anymore.
Nobody's occupying it right now, though.
Not to my
Do you know?
knowledge. Oh, he was occupying it for a while there while they had his house in, what is it, Weberville or something like that, Fowlerville, built.
Mm.
Okay.
But they were in it for a while. But I think it's vacant now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything clearer on Thursday morning? This
No.
is after work. I'm just trying to jot down notes, and you probably won't understand them. But work was between this time. You got off about 5:40.
5:40, yeah. And I
Um,
think I wrote out a couple bills.
Yeah, got the bills. So Thursday morning.
Yeah. And I don't know what time I got to sleep. I took two, I'm pretty sure that was the day I took 2 naps.
2 of them.
Excuse me.
What time do you
Could
think
have
those would be?
been right after I played the numbers of like the 11 o'clock time frame till about, excuse me, 2 or 3.
11 to 3, maybe.
No, let's say 2-ish. Probably got up to get something to eat and then.
11 to 2.
Yeah, and probably, I think I was looking at the clock, I said, I better lay down again. It was close to 3 o'clock or something like that. And I know I felt pretty good when I woke up because it was 5:30. And I said, I gotta get moving.
So you just broke up, and that was all.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying between like 11 to 2, maybe you got up, had something to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and then from 3 to about 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do we recall whether you were awakened by your cell phone going off, your alarm?
Well, a couple things. The cell phone going off and my dog barking.
Okay. Your cell phone, and I mean your alarm on your cell phone, right?
Oh.
Is that correct? Is that what we're talking the same thing?
Yeah, but I don't think I have it set for that early though. I have it set for 5 o'clock. No, I think 6 o'clock. Something like that. I'm changing it constantly, so
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
it depends on what my needs are, you know, where I have to go, what I have to do, and this and that. I do as a reminder too, you know.
What was your dog's name? Pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Pepper,
Yeah.
okay. So he just had to use the bathroom or something like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
What is Pepper?
he's Black Lab.
Nice dog.
I love that dog.
Not too many labs that aren't pleasant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My son's got a Black Lab too, and also he's got a Labradoodle. And that thing's big like a horse. That thing stands up. He stands up, he puts his paws on my shoulders. Huge dog.
You normally wear tennis shoes?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember what you had shoes on that night because I know we went outside and you had a cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've been wearing.
That probably was my grass cutting shoes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have boots and everything that you wear too. What do you wear at work? What's your uniform at work?
They provided us with boots. And we wear regular slacks, shirt, a blue duty shirt,
Okay.
and baseball hat, and they gave us jackets and stuff like that. And they provided us with the boots.
And the boots you take home, right? Or do you have a locker you leave that stuff?
No, I bring them home.
Okay. Gotcha. What size shoe do you wear?
Oh, it depends. I think, I don't know, 9 or 9.5.
Okay.
And you know, I probably, I even want, I'd have to take a look at it, but it might even be a 10 too, because,
Possibly 10.
possible 10, because I wanted some extra room for heavy socks.
Sure. And I know every brand's different too. You know, they're one 9.5 is someone else's 10. So.
Yeah.
Do you do any specialty like wide or?
D width. It depends, you know, what brand they're. Sometimes they
Sure.
come in white, you know, or Ds.
Right. It's been a long time, but I mean, there'd be no reason to have your, you know, footprints, fingerprints, DNA, anything like that at that house, right?
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And you think it was about 10 years, probably?
Yep.
And your vehicle wouldn't have been there recently for any reason.
Mm-mm.
Do you normally, are you the only one who drives that, or does
I think she drove it once and she didn't like it.
your boys drive it?
No.
So last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way up until before he showed up at your door, was there any time that you were in Howell?
No.
How far, you're over in Warren, Clinton Township area, how far this way to the west of you would be the furthest west you think you would have been during those time periods, Monday, Tuesday,
If I
Wednesday,
went
Thursday?
anywhere, it would have been my son's in Commerce Township.
We're about in Commerce Township.
Uh,
We're talking south of Milford, right? Pretty much.
yeah, he's a Wise Road, and it's right off of Carroll Lake Road or something. South Commerce Road.
Is it near a hospital? Does he live near a hospital? Huron Valley Hospital?
You know, it seems to me, I noticed the H sign. Could be. I wouldn't know where it's at, was at, you know.
But that would be the furthest west you would have been.
Yeah.
Was that in your Mercury?
Yeah.
I need a sip of water. You want a water?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me a second, okay? You need to use the bathroom at all?
Not quite yet, no.
Okay, I'll get you water. Give me 2
All right.
seconds, okay?
Rose 51, Rose 51.
Sorry about that. I'll give you a choice here. Water or Gatorade?
Oh, I'll take Gatorade.
Water's probably colder.
Yeah, it's a little cooler.
The water's probably colder.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. 2 seconds.
Now you'll have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, well.
Jerome, how do you, what are your thoughts on this whole deal?
I'm just, it's total tragedy. Totally bizarre. I'm just, it's, you know, if we finally, you know, got together and we're starting to be part of the family again, and he was telling my sons too. He says, "Yeah, we're gonna have to start getting together since mom's gone and be a family again, you know."
Mhm.
And I mean, there's not a minute, the day that goes by. It's like my sons were saying too. You know, we're constantly thinking about him. You know, it's part. Even though we had some distance, we finally had some closure, but he was still part of the family. You know, and I just. That's my feelings, you know. Just, yeah. Constantly thinking, you know.
What are your thoughts on this investigation?
So it's your job, you gotta do it.
Any direction you think we should be looking? Who do you think would want to?
I haven't the slightest idea. I know there's, trouble, you know, even when the parents were alive.
What kind of trouble with that?
Oh, they had that lakefront home, and then when he died, I guess they thought he was supposed to get part of that money. I told you that. Remember that?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Larry.
His brother, yeah.
Okay.
And there was a couple other times too. I mean, there was from what I could gather, to the mother and father, you like better than me.
Mhm.
You know, that's the part I can distinctly stands out. Other than that, you know, I haven't had that much dealings with them. You know, maybe a couple times at Christmas time we were over there, but other than that, I don't.
How much?
have no
How much
contact
do you
with
know
them.
about what happened?
How much do I know about what happened? I can't say. I know there was issues and you know, words spoken, but that I didn't get into the meat of it or anything like that. I just, you know.
I mean
Heard.
specifically
What was the question again?
about how much do you know about that?
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know that much about it because only with the news media. That's what we're all upset about because
Okay.
any information that they didn't pass any information on to us,
Mhm.
and he was so fragile. I didn't want to pry into, you know, ask any other questions and stuff like that.
So that's why I'm asking specifically. What is your understanding of what happened?
That someone was there and shot them.
Okay. I didn't even know if you knew specifically, you know, if anybody had ever told you exactly.
Nobody ever. Well, it's just from the news media and stuff like that.
Right.
Talked to,
Okay.
and he asked some specifics, and I guess all I could tell him was by a door wall, and she was like where the half bath was, laying on her
Mhm.
face, and flat.
Is there any, you know, your brother's retired now from his accounting work, right?
Yeah.
I think you'd mentioned maybe there was, or did you mention, you called me on the phone and you said they were doing some tile work on the house.
Yeah.
Do you know whether they were doing any other home construction, home improvements, or anything at the house?
You know, I don't know if they were doing anything at the lakefront home. I couldn't answer that question.
Okay. How about on the one on Lindgree where they were residing?
That's all I knew about was the tile work.
Okay.
Is there anybody since this has happened that, I mean, you're observing, you're seeing or talking to some people, anybody acting strange, anybody's reactions that just don't seem right fitting the situation, anything that stands out to you as being odd?
Mm-mm.
Is there anybody that you have in common with that you guys would need to, any business associates in common with, anybody referred to you? Anything like that?
No. Mm-mm.
Anybody that would need to put in touch with you? That might get a hold of to find out how to get a hold of you?
If I understand the question right, an acquaintance of him,
Yeah,
his,
an
to get a
acquaintance or
hold
a
of me?
business associate or anybody that would go to find out how to get a hold of you.
I have no, I don't know of anybody that would be,
How about family?
family, probably my two boys, because they got email on their computers.
Your two boys?
They were communicating with him.
No, but what I mean is that they know how to get a hold of you. Is there anybody that say, hey, I don't get a
think
hold
so.
of Jerome? Okay.
No, there's no one that, in his caliber that would want to get a hold of me anyways.
Nobody anybody contacted you recently
That
you haven't heard from in a while or that you didn't expect? Other than obviously people calling, now with the funeral arrangements or
Yeah.
things like that. Anybody else that's just contacted you recently that
No.
you haven't heard from in a while?
No, I can't recall of anybody like that.
Okay. Well, you understand, the way these investigations work, one of the things we have to do is we have to look at people who are close to the people who died.
Mm-hmm.
And, whenever we do that, we have to try to answer, whether or not there's a chance they were involved. Or if they know who was involved. Or sometimes by picking your brain, I'm thinking of other people I might want to contact for some other reason. That's how these things work. But also one of the good things that we need to do is we need to eliminate people is almost just as important as including people in an investigation, because we can say, okay, let's stop spending time looking over here and go look over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's how these things work. And then unfortunately in cases like this, sometimes you can spend a lot of time just talking to family, and talking to acquaintances and business associates and things like that. It takes up a lot of time. So you can't think of there's nobody you can think of that we should talk to that anybody you can think of that just stands out that maybe they'd be the person that killed?
No, the other thing he was telling me, and I don't know if this has anything to do with anything, but he told me he was going to drop the listing on Mom's condo because the guy wasn't moving fast enough for his
Okay.
sake,
Okay.
wasn't showing it enough and stuff like that.
So what are you thinking, like disgruntled real estate agent type?
And then here's the scenario there. He told me that he had a buyer for the place. It was a lady. And the lady fell in love with the place, okay? But she didn't like driving out and turning left on Grand River.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So then Rick started thinking about that, and he says, well, and I never knew there was a back way out of that sub. And Rick called the real estate agent back and said, hey, call that lady up and ask her if she knows that there's a back way out. It comes out on Lackins Road, some road over there. But anyways, you end up by either Walmart's or Myers, okay?
Okay.
And he says, the guy never called me back.
Did he talk to you much about business or recently about business? Any of his business dealings he was in?
Never.
Any of his
No.
investments?
No, he just told me he had investments, but he never told me about
Any people
when
he
or
was
how or
dealing
who
with?
or what. Yeah, he never told me any of that stuff.
Okay. So no business deals gone bad or nothing like that?
No, he was, when it came to business, he was pretty much to himself on that. He wanted to be the guy that's doing the control, just
Mhm.
typical comptroller, he's gonna handle it his way. And he's a very brilliant person, I'll tell you that.
Did you have anything to do with your brother's death?
No.
And you don't know who did?
No.
Well, like I say, just as
Not unless I
important-
sleepwalk, but I didn't have anything to do with it.
What do you want out of this investigation?
Well, I guess to find out who did it and justice.
What do you think justice is in a case like this?
I guess, what do? They try him and put him in jail.
So you want us to find who killed you? Put him in jail.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Well, like I say, just as important as including people in investigating is limiting people. You know, and you're not the only person we're talking to. You're not the only person that we have brought in like this, or we're going to be bringing in like this. We have a list of people to help us facilitate things and speed things along. Would you be willing to take a polygraph test?
Sure.
If we could arrange that and make that happen today, would that be all right with you?
Yeah, as long as I'm out here, yeah.
Okay. It's probably the best way. We can run you out there even, or you could follow us either way, your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And we could run you probably, I think we could get you into Ann Arbor. We got a good guy down there that we work with a lot that we like.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably make that happen. We'll make some calls and get her going. Then probably we're going to want to get a hold of that unregistered gun. And you know, we'll need to make sure that you get it registered properly before we give it back to you, which isn't a problem. A lot of people are kind of afraid to register these things because they don't know what's going to happen when they walk into a police department with a gun that hasn't been registered
Yeah,
in 30
there's
years.
fear they'll take them away.
Right.
I know that.
Right, and it's not the case. There's ways around it. So I think we can make those things happen.
Sure. Yeah, we can make a call down to Ann Arbor. I don't know if I talked to you too much about that polygraph thing. You know, nothing is a surprise on this. They actually
It's
go
not
through.
TV.
They go through every single question with you. You can even help figure out what questions to ask. You know every single question ahead of time as to what's going to be
How
asked.
long does it take?
Geez, I don't know.
Vary.
Yeah.
The actual test, the actual part where you're hooked up and they're asking you the questions is probably 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They're gonna ask you some stupid questions like, are we in Alaska right now? Just to look at how your body responds to
Mhm.
talking. And it's not like TV. I take a lot of people to polygraphs that I completely expect to pass. Actually, most common is rape cases, but I take people in all the time where I think they're gonna pass. I take them in, they pass, they're done. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. It's not like people get all worried, you know, and they got TV shows now where people are taking these things, and it's not like. And that's why we go to examiners that we know and we deal with and we trust, and we know they're not, you know, fly-by-nighters with a box, you know.
Right.
So
What type of medical problems have you had in your life? You have your diabetes,
no,
heart attack,
no,
anything
nothing
like that? No. Do you take prescription medications for
No.
any reason right now? Okay.
I just take over-the-counter stuff, you know.
Sure, like as